Hold on a second. I'm trying to get Elaine's show on. Uh, 100.5.
Good afternoon. You're tuned in to Ask Elaine. We appreciate your being there today on this wonderful Wednesday. We hope that you're all in the best of health. We've got some sad things going on in our country thanks to the Supreme Court. And some of these things are made even worse by the actions of some of our local folks. So we'll talk a lot about that. This is your voice at City Hall. Councilwoman Elaine Lucas with Ask Elaine today. And greetings to all of you. We especially want to greet our senior citizens today. Say hello to you, and we especially want to congratulate all of the high school students who graduated this past few weeks. So we just want to thank you for your loyalty to this program as we travel all over to churches and other places. We have just lots and lots of people who wish us well, who thank us for doing the program, and who tell us that they just can't wait for Ask Elaine on Wednesdays at 3. We'd like to send a special greeting to all of the residents and the employees at Laurel Bay Healthcare, where my mother is a resident and gets just wonderful care. I'd also like to express our appreciation to everybody there for all that they do. Many of the folks there listen to Ask Elaine each week, and we encourage you to call in. Our call-in number is 646-5858. Ask Elaine is sponsored each week by E. Lucas Consulting, which is my educational and political consulting business. EL High School Home Study Academy, where we give high school dropouts a second chance at a high school diploma. And we're proud to say that we have now topped over 200 new high school graduates. And we have another 100 that are scheduled to graduate with our August 3rd graduating class. So we are very proud of that. We're also sponsored by our senator from the 26th, Senator David E. Lucas Sr. We're very proud of him and all the things that he's doing for all those counties that he's now representing. They express that they are very, very proud and very pleased to now have a real senator working for them. And we're also sponsored by the committee to elect Elaine Lucas to the Commission District 3. And we will be mentioning that campaign and some developments all the way through. We do thank you again for tuning in. Your call-in number is 646-5858. We were down in Savannah this weekend at the Georgia Association of Black Elected Officials Conference, and there we expressed our continued support for our president, Representative Tyrone Brooks, because we know that he is a victim of the same kind of things that have gone on over time with Dr. King and all of the civil rights leaders in our country. They are targeted and they are under attack on a daily basis, and that goes for many of our local folks. You need only listen to the radio or watch some of the morning broadcasts to know that hatred is pervasive, and there are still people whose small minds won't let them escape from attacking other people when there's a lot of good that you could be doing out there rather than attacking and demeaning other people. So we would like to spotlight our business, our professional business of the week. We'd like to spotlight Jones Brothers Funeral Home. Mr. Jones is just a gentleman. He is at the height of professionalism, and we salute him on this day as our business of the week. We also would like to spotlight our ministers, the Georgia Informer newspaper, which has been in operation founded and led by its publisher, Herbert Denard. It's been in business for almost 30 years. And the latest edition of it, and we want you to pick some up. We took some down to Savannah to the Georgia Association of Black Elected Officials meeting, and people just grabbed them up. They're interested in hearing about what's going on here in Macon. But in this month's edition, the best preachers in Macon-Bibb County is one of the spotlight pages here. And on last week, we paid tribute to the first 5 who were listed there: Pastors Corbett, Dumas, Dunning, Edwards, and Ficklin. And this week, we'd like to pay tribute to Reverend Richard Gamage of New Pleasant Grove, Dr. Walter L. Glover Jr., he's Union Baptist Missionary Society of Georgia. He leads that organization, and he's the pastor of Greater Zion Hill. Reverend Dr. I. Edwin Mack at Unionville Missionary Baptist Church, Reverend Ronald Terry at New Fellowship Baptist Church, and Reverend Jacob Parker, the elder statesman of Macon religion, and he is at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. And those are the 5 ministers that we love that we want to spotlight this week: Reverends Gamage, Glover, Mack, Terry, and Parker. And on next week's program, we will spotlight 5 more who are some of Macon, Bibb County's best preachers. We have a caller. Good afternoon. Ask Elaine.
Councilman Lucas.
Yes.
Henry Gibson.
Yes, sir. Captain Gibson, how are you?
Well, I'm blessed today, and I just had to call in and key in on the disturbing findings of the Supreme Court.
It really is disturbing, isn't it? But first, I want to thank you for inviting me to attend the Fraternal Order of Police meeting on Monday. I got a chance to become reacquainted with many of Macon's finest retired firefighters and police officers, and I am just so honored and so privileged that they have chosen, with you, under your leadership, with your help and your endorsement, to endorse my candidacy for the Commission District 3 seat on the new commission. So I want to thank you publicly for your leadership in that, and I want to thank the Fraternal Order of Police, which is made up of retired police and firefighters, for their endorsement of my candidacy. And that says to me that they appreciated the things that I've done over the years to try and make sure that our employees were treated right. So thank you for that.
All right, well, you know, one good deed deserves another, and, you know, they haven't forgotten you for standing up more than what maybe is normal. That dreadful day in the council chamber when the officers was and the firemen was coming apart of what was going to happen to their families after Mayor Ricker and Thomas decided to balance the budget on the backs of the retired personnel.
Right.
Not only the recent retired personnel, we're talking about people who had been retired 20 and 25 years.
Right.
And we found out it was not illegal, but it was cold. It was unethical.
Right.
To do such a horrible thing to people who were pioneers, who helped made this city, kept it safe, and they wasn't paying the retirement fee that they are paying today. And for him to go back into that retirement and do that, and you stood up, and we lost one part of it, but don't forget you saved our spouses, because their intention was to completely kick the spouses off of the insurance.
Right.
And you know, when you talk about public safety, you talk about people that go above the norm. You talk about on Christmas when everybody else, all the other employees are at home enjoying their family. We talk about people who man their station, police and fire, to make sure that this city is safe. And, you know, that without that, I don't know what we would have done in this city because we had our
Captain Gibson, I am an employee. I have been employed. I was employed by the Bibb County school system. I have great empathy for people, and I cannot stand to see people mistreated. That's just something. My mama and daddy were like that, and they instilled in me that you look out for people, that you don't let other folks take advantage of people. And so that is why when I see things, it's like a red flag that goes up wherever I am, because I can just spot injustice, and it just really irks me. And I feel like as an elected official, you ought to do what you can about it. People didn't just send you there to sit there and not say anything or to go along with everything. They sent you there to represent them and to do what is right. And I will continue to do that for as long as I'm in office.
Right. Well, you know, like I said, if you have friends for life with the firemen and the police, and you know, I don't know of one that would be bold enough to say that about Elaine Lucas. I wouldn't vote for Elaine because, like I said, you stood by us that day in the chamber and had stood by all the employees since that time, even with consolidation. But I'm not going to hog the show.
Well, we love hearing from you, and people tell me all over that they just love the insight that you bring, and they're really, really pleased with your service on the council and your boldness in standing for people. And this latest issue, the Transit Authority standing with the young lady who was fired because she was upset that someone else brought a firearm into the workplace, and so you stood with a number of us on that particular issue.
About that I don't see well they can think that they were right. The young lady just told what she saw.
Right.
The one who brought the weapon still has it.
Nothing happened to that person.
They found a reason to fire this young lady because she told on it.
Right.
And he was an employee. And then he not only did he violate a policy, violate a worker, that was criminal. That's right. Criminal trespass.
That's right.
And anytime you on someone's premises unlawfully to commit an unlawful act, you're criminally trespassing.
Right.
And he should have been arrested.
He should have been, but the unfortunate thing is that the taxpayers are going to end up paying on this lawsuit that this young lady, Ms. Hampton, has filed, will be filing against Transit Authority, and someone's got to pay that money that she's going to get.
We already donate $1.18 or $1.8 million, so we are part of the transit because we have.
We have to fund it, yes.
So we're going to have to get a taste of that, too.
You're absolutely right.
And so they, the one that voted, folks for the drive, they want to see the transit stop. I don't think it would have come to that.
It wouldn't have.
I think that, the bottom line, they needed to make the right amends with this young lady.
Right.
And then move forward.
Okay, well, we're going to keep all of our listeners updated on the whatever happens when this young lady files suit. And we understand that the Davis family, the family of the late Junebug, Sammy Davis, that they are contemplating a lawsuit as well. So we have people who are just costing the city just hundreds of thousands, but in some of these cases, I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that it could get into even higher numbers than that.
Yeah, they're dead wrong. They think they're all right, but wrong for death go a long way.
Yeah.
And but the other thing, I'm having my Ward 2 neighborhood watch crime and information meeting on Bluefield Road at the Covenant Cathedral at 4345 Bloomfield Road.
Okay, now when is that?
That starts at 6:30. It's the last Thursday in every month. month, and it'll be starting at 6:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
Commissioner Sam Hart has called and wanted to come. It's just me speaking, and I permitted him to do that.
Right.
And Jack Ellis is